Imagine this: the greatest king your nation has ever known, a legendary warrior, is on his deathbed. Now you, his young and totally inexperienced son, have to take his place. That was the reality for Solomon. The weight of an entire kingdom crashed down on his shoulders. He was overwhelmed, lost, and terrified of failing. One night, in a dream, God appeared to Solomon and made an incredible offer: ask for anything you want, and I will give it to you. Think about that. What would you ask for? Unlimited wealth? Unbeatable power? A long life? Solomon asked for none of those things. Instead, he said, "Give me a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong." He asked for wisdom. God was so impressed by this selfless request that he didn't just grant it, he went above and beyond. He gave Solomon wisdom unlike anyone had ever seen, but he also threw in the riches and honor that Solomon hadn't even asked for. And it wasn't long before that legendary wisdom was put to the test in the most dramatic way possible. Two women burst into his court, both in hysterics, both clutching at a single baby. Each one swore she was the mother. There were no witnesses, no DNA tests, just two desperate women and one impossible decision. The court fell silent. How could anyone know the truth? Solomon, after a moment of thought, proposed a solution so shocking it took everyone's breath away. "Bring me a sword," he commanded. "Cut the living child in two and give half to one and half to the other." The courtroom gasped. One of the women nodded grimly and said, "Fine. If I can't have him, neither can she." But the other woman collapsed in tears, crying out, "No, my lord. Please, don't kill him. Give the baby to her, just let him live." In that instant, Solomon knew. He pointed to the weeping woman. "Give her the child," he declared. "She is the true mother." Her selfless love, her willingness to give up her son just to save his life, exposed the truth. News of this incredible judgment spread like wildfire. All of Israel, and then the world, stood in awe of their king's wisdom. Solomon's reign became a golden age. The nation was at peace, his wealth was staggering. And he built magnificent structures, including the glorious temple in Jerusalem, a wonder of the ancient world. He was on top of the world, the wisest, richest king alive. But with that power came a warning. God had cautioned Israel's kings not to accumulate vast wealth or marry many foreign wives, warning that these things would turn their hearts away. At first, Solomon remembered. But slowly, over time, the lines began to blur. For political stability, he married one foreign princess, then another, and another, until he had hundreds of wives. He amassed a personal fortune and a massive army, things God had warned against. To please his many wives, he started making small compromises. He allowed them to worship their own gods. Then he built altars for their gods, right there in the holy city of Jerusalem. The heart that had once so humbly asked only for wisdom was now divided. His judgment, once so clear, became clouded by pride and a desire to please everyone. The wisest man in the world was slowly losing his way, one small compromise at a time. Eventually, God confronted Solomon, telling him that because his heart had turned, his magnificent kingdom would be torn in two after his death. The golden age would end in division and conflict. Solomon's story is a powerful reminder. It shows us that wisdom isn't just about being smart or making clever judgments. True wisdom is about staying true to what matters most, protecting your heart from the slow, subtle erosion of compromise. Even the greatest gifts can be lost if we forget where they came from and what they were truly for. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more lessons from history. See you next time.